Oh, go ahead. So it's David Meerman Scott here, and I'm with Scott Monty. Hey, how are you, Scott?
I'm doing great. How are you,
And we're
David?
at the Ford World Headquarters.
This is it. This is where
This
it all
is
happens.
exciting.
Yeah.
Scott and I are buddies from way back in the Boston social media world, and you've made good. You got a real corporate job, proving that
Yeah.
social media goes corporate. Tell me a little bit about what you do, Scott.
Sure. Well, I am officially Ford's Digital and Multimedia Communications Manager, which my function involves a lot, but the one that everyone knows it for is social media. So I'm here to help guide Ford through exploring social media, how it applies to departments across the entire organization globally. My function actually sits in corporate communications, which I think is the right place for
Do you?
social media,
Yeah.
quite frankly, because we are the clearinghouse of information for the company. And you know, in my role as the social media guy, is I'm constantly conversing with people about what it is that we're doing, what our products are, and I have to know this stuff. And if I don't know myself, I at least know the right sources to send people to. So I think it fits pretty well.
So you said you're in the corporate communications group. You must have a lot of interaction with marketing, though. So how does that work? How do you
I
interact with the other side of the
Well,
house?
you know, it's funny. At Ford, communications and marketing were recently aligned under the same management. It used to be siloed, which was a little dangerous, but now we're seeing much more integration, and certainly from a digital perspective, we're seeing a lot of integration. So I speak with marketing on certainly a multi-daily basis, if not multi-times a week. So we're very closely aligned, and I think through social media initiatives, with things like the Fiesta movement, we absolutely have to be.
Tell us a little bit about that.
So we've given 100 vehicles to 100 digital influencers. It's a little unique because this is a vehicle that's not yet available in the United States. This is a Euro spec vehicle. It's going to be available in the States in another year or so. So what we're doing is using these as, it's a combination test market and buzz generator.
Nice.
So we've got these folks that are out there creating content all over the web.
Are they based in North America or all
across
over
North America?
All across North America.
We tried to go for as many states as possible to geographically disperse them. So there's online as well as in-person opportunities for people to see. And we are setting our engineers up with them to constantly get feedback from them,
Nice.
so we can tune and improve the U.S. version before it even goes into production.
And these people are social media types, so are they blogging about the experience, doing video
They're
blogs,
blogging,
Twittering?
Facebooking, Twittering, YouTubing, Flickering, all that kind of stuff.
Flickering.
Yeah.
So what does the whole automotive industry think of this? Do they think you're nuts, or are they going, oh my God, are we missing the boat here? Because I think you're the only operation doing that, yeah?
Well, if you look at the major auto companies, Toyota, GM, even to a certain extent Chrysler, and a number of others, they all have different social media initiatives. And GM, for example, has been at it for a lot longer than Ford, and has been really doing well at the whole corporate blogging and blogger outreach and things like
Right.
that. But I think Ford has kind of come on it, with a huge splash. One, we're showing that we're different, not only in what's happened with the government, but in everything we do. And we've approached social media from a different perspective from anyone else, from a very personal perspective, and I think that's made all the difference for us.
Yeah, so you've done some really interesting things. You were telling me a little bit earlier when we were off camera about going to the motor show and working with bloggers there. How do you specifically work with people who are either interested in cars or the auto blog types, or maybe just someone who's into social media?
Well, with the folks that are already doing digital coverage of the automotive space, auto bloggers and whatnot, we at this point consider them part of our mainstream media core.
There's no difference
which I
then.
think is great.
Yeah.
I think that's where we need to go, right? So they're going to be with us no matter what. They're part of our mainstream outreach. But my thing when I got here was that we need to reach people that wouldn't necessarily normally cover cars, but that have an ancillary interest. So parent bloggers, there's a safety angle for us. Or if you talk with some of the moms, they're like really hot for the Mustang.
Yeah.
That's great.
Do you have a name for them?
We haven't
Mustang
come up with
moms?
we haven't
That's
come up
too
with one
obvious,
yet,
I
but
guess.
we may. Obviously, we've got a great technology story to tell. So there's tech bloggers. We're also getting very strong in our fuel efficiency messaging, and we've got a whole green segment that we need to reach.
Yeah.
Luxury, there's a whole lifestyle element as well. So, and that's those are just four. I mean, we can go on and on. But the point is, our audience is people who drive.
Right.
And
Right.
I've heard a lot of traditional automotive types say, well, why are you bothering going after non-automotive people? They don't know how to review cars. Exactly.
Right.
They talk about cars just like everybody else.
They love
which
cars.
Is how people want to hear about it. Exactly.
The automotive industry hates cars. No, I shouldn't say that. But yeah, we love cars. So, any last thoughts for our listeners and readers who are social media types? What would you say, for example, to those in large organizations? Ford is obviously a very large organization, who are a little bit skeptical about investing maybe resources in terms of dollars, but certainly people. I mean, you're an executive. Should you have executives that are doing social media?
Well, I think the first thing everyone needs to know is that this is not going away. This is a permanent part of the way people are engaging with each other on a daily basis. Okay, whether it's through text messaging, Twitter, Facebook, or whatever, it's now part of the mainstream. Two, there needs to be leadership behind this, which is why I'm in the position I'm in. It can't be just a grassroots thing, especially at a large organization, because it's never going to stick. So you need to have the most senior level support for it. And you need someone, if you're going to do it well, I think, you need someone that'll evangelize across the entire organization, because it's not just communications job, it's not just marketing's job. This is something that touches everyone, just like email and the telephone does. Same kind of thing.
Yeah. Cool. Hey, thanks, Scott Monty,
bet.
the social media guru at Ford Motor Company. Look at some of these cool cars out here. Thanks, Scott.
You bet.